Hey, we're Hold the Phone, your home for free streaming comedy that just got a YouTube account so our meemaws can watch. No matter where you live, we've got your favorite shows like Hot Tub with Kurt and Kristen, Hey Girl with Matt and Kyle, The Fun Time Boys, and more. Interact live and support the comedians you love in real time. Follow us to make sure you never miss a set, and subscribe because we told you to. Tonight, we're proud to present Hot Tub Home Edition. Please give a big digital welcome to your hosts, Kurt Braunohler and Kristen Shaw.
Welcome to Hot Tub, ladies and gentlemen!
Until the applause was out of control. And it got there. My name's Kristen, and this is Kurt.
And I'm Kurt, and together we're fucking delicious.
Unless we're doing bar mitzvahs, and then we're just very delicious.
Yeah, for the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know what fucking is yet.
And that always ended awkwardly.
Oh, really?
Because then you were like, but they're going to learn.
They're going to find out. I just wish I was there when they found out to see the look on their faces.
No, everyone was always like,
like, uh-oh, I know. I already look. This is already math professor pigophile. So it's not good to make any jokes like that. Is this the internet? Is this live? Okay, good. I'm happy I said that.
This is the internet, and this is a document that'll go down forever.
Yeah, it's saved. We saved these in the Library of Congress. Nobody knows this, but all the sets are saved in the Library of Congress. That was one of the advantages of the pandemic, to really just get everybody's 5-minute set in the Library of Congress.
Is everything like... I know everyone's like, oh no, these youngins now who are trying to apply for work and they have this like internet record that's haunting them. Is that true for like these shows? Do they really get saved on the cloud somewhere? Can everything be scraped out?
All these shows?
Just, everything.
No, these shows aren't. No, they're not in the Library of Congress or anything.
Well, that's a shame.
Guys, we have big news, don't we, Kristen?
We do have big news.
Big news. Go ahead.
Well, it's not
first.
The pandemic isn't over, but enough people have gotten a vaccine that we could possibly do shows live again.
Yes.
Yay!
Yeah, so it looks like we will officially be postponing or discontinuing the streaming show at the end of June.
Jackie and Peter and Bruno and everybody, that's very sad.
Yeah, but we'll try and figure something out for you guys. We love you. We love everybody who's been tuning in throughout this whole entire thing. We'll try and figure something out.
Hearing us through. But also, I don't know, I think people want to do it on a stage for some reason.
Yeah. With an audience. And we knew it would come at some point, It is. I mean, I'm going to miss everybody, but I'm going to love trotting those boards again.
Yeah. How was it when you did stand up?
It was amazing because it was like everybody's first time going out. Like every single audience member afterwards, was like, this is the first time I've gone out anywhere. Cause it was like, a couple of weeks ago. So it was like just after everyone had gotten, and it was amazing. It felt so good and interesting and fun. And I don't take it for granted anymore, which I think I did for a while there. So
would you say that the audience is more enthusiastic and forgiving?
Yes.
Ooh.
100%. That's what you like. That's what you like. Hey guys, hey. Uh-oh, it's Ratty the Pandemic Rat. Hey, it's a good time to be a rat.
Ratty, is it good? Are more people going out so you get more crumbs in the streets?
You kidding me? It's hot dog heaven out there. I'm eating hot dogs left and right, baby. Hey, what was that, Kristen?
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you. Little birdie told me that maybe you're gonna not do the show at home anymore.
I mean, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen in a month? But Daniel Berman just already donated.
Oh,
because of our chit chat. Thanks, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel.
I get. Yeah. Well, we're probably going to pause the show, do the show live while the numbers are down and people are vaccinated. And when the mutant comes through, the variant, and it's too much, and we don't have the right vaccine anymore, we'll all go back inside our houses and do it all over again. It's not over.
Kristen?
There's a pause in the matter.
Kristen?
Yeah.
When you take this pause,
Yeah.
what happens to Ratty?
No, Ratty. I mean, because you'll always exist in our hearts.
Where
Would you like to go
where
on?
do I go when you do the show?
I mean, you live in probably a Tupperware container in Kurt's garage.
I call it the coffin.
Well, maybe you can come on stage to our live shows.
Take me with you.
From our lovely audience, we'll adopt you.
I've never shown you vulnerability before, Kristen. Don't stab me in the heart now.
You want me to take you, Ratty?
Yes, I just want to live. When so many died, Ratty lived.
Ratty, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
All right. I think you're on a t-shirt or something. Didn't we have merch? Hey, did you ever get that merch? I heard there was merch.
I got a hot tub shirt.
Get one.
It's beautiful.
Get one.
I love it.
Baby.
What?
I didn't get one.
Okay. I don't think you asked for one. All righty. Well, as long as I live in your hearts, I will be. Oh, take me with you. I gotta go. All right.
Ratty was really so hurt. Did you
so
see how
hurt.
Ratty brought it down? That's my job.
I know. I'm so sorry. Me just plowing ahead, trying to get the show started, but sometimes Ratty has to bring it down. I think there is sadness in the reopening every once in, you have to accept all of the emotions that are happening in the reopening, the grand reopening.
We have to give everybody grace.
Yes.
Because this is a very unusual time and it's awful and wonderful.
Yeah, the world is under new management and we don't know exactly what the policies are on shoes and shirts anymore, but we're going to find out.
But while we're figuring it out, why don't we have some laughs?
Let's have a comedy show.
Oh, okay.
You guys want a comedy show?
Great. So, with that being said, I think we have like 3 more of these shows or something.
I think June, I will tell you right now, the last streaming show will be June 28th. So there's 4 more, including this one, 3 more, not including this one. Oh. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. I don't want everybody to be sad. This is a joyful occasion, and we're going to celebrate it with comedy.
Why would you lead with that?
I don't know. I don't know. Jackie was rubbing her eye. Maybe she just had something in her eye.
Are you guys in Seattle?
Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks.
There's great comedy in Seattle. Everybody's gonna be okay. What?
Well, yeah, maybe Kurt can FaceTime them during the show.
Yeah, I can do that. We'll figure something out. We're going to do it, or it's going to be great. Now, let's get this show started. Now that this room is red hot, just talking about laws. Ladies and gentlemen, our first act of the evening. He's absolutely fantastic. He has been on Hot Tub, I think, since the beginning, Kristen. Yeah. Isn't that true? You don't know, great.
No, I don't think he's that old. He's younger than us.
I think he's been there from the beginning. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, the fantastic Mike Kaplan. Hey.
It's me. Oh, hey. There hasn't been a not Mike Kaplan here in 30 years. Great to be back on Hot Tub with Ratty and Kristen. I heard that that Ratty is going to be in a new Ace Ventura movie. This is a joke. I just want to tell everyone. I don't want everyone to think that there's a new Ace Ventura movie. But in the new Ace Ventura movie that Ratty is going to be in, Jim Carrey's catchphrase will be "all ratty then." So I'm going to start my comedy now, and I also wanted to say I like that Jackie and Peter are opposite where their names are. I like that it says Jackie under Peter and Peter under Jackie. I always like that when there's like, if there's like a man and a lady in a movie on a poster, and I'm like, they could definitely easily match it up, but I like when they don't. I like that they're like, you'll go over here and you'll be like, is that Rene Russo? But it looks like Pierce Brosnan. The movie is The Thomas Crown Affair. So, and one of them has an apple in front of their face. Okay, so let's get started with comedy. I've been writing new jokes. I feel like the jokes that I did before the pandemic, it's like cheating. It feels like plagiarizing myself to be like, oh, I can't use that guy's jokes. That guy me. So like I'm now I've got so many great ones, but I can't do them because for no reason. But I've been thinking about how like Picasso, the great artist that we're all familiar with, who when we first saw him, I don't want to speak for anyone else, but when I saw him when I was a kid, when I saw his work, I was like, that's bad, right? Did everybody think that it was bad when like, you're like, that's not like a person, right? Like you're like, I did draw that. Like I was like, is that mine? Like why is my mom's fridge in the Louvre? I don't know where his work is, but it seemed bad. But then here's what I learned about Picasso's work, that he was capable of doing good photorealistic work, that he could draw and paint amazingly beautiful things that looked like what we'd expect them to look like, and that he was choosing not to now, and that was his art. And that's what I'm going for now as well. So what I'm saying is I've got 5 stand-up comedy albums out there that have come out over the past decade that you can listen to and find perfectly crafted, beautifully honed, complete jokes with beginnings, middles, ends, setups, punchlines, tags, punchlines in the setups. And I want you to go listen to those after this show is over and then have that inform this. That's all I want for it to happen. This is something that I tweeted, so you're in for a real tweet here. And that's the thing I say when I'm introducing a joke that's a tweet. So that you haven't gotten the tweet yet. That one's do you ever go out on Halloween on social media and that's Twitter tweeting? Does that not any? That's the thing that I decided not to tweet. So I think as long as when people's heads are shaking like Kristen's was, as long as there's noise, like the noise of wind, any noise that happens, or movement, I accept as laughter. It's like a sneeze will do, anything involuntary, if a dog barks. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that sincerely, I do believe in a woman's right to choose what speech she wants to read at her high school graduation. And that is the tweet that definitely more people responded to than even on Twitter than there are in this Zoom room right now. I know there's lots of people out there on the tube. So the TV is there's a lot of tubes, and is that right? There's not just one tube. There's like toothpaste and boob. And this is my impression of George Wallace. Top 5 tubes. So in conclusion, I wanted to let you know that I am vegan. Look how long I went without telling you. And was 42 years for some of you. I held out quite a while. And if you didn't listen close, then it might not even have happened. But the last thing I'll tell you is forever, until next time, but I hear this joke a lot. You probably hear this joke. You might tell this joke. Stop telling this joke. The joke that you hear the most as a vegan is how can you tell someone's vegan is they'll tell you. Pretty wonderful. Love it every time. And I did tell you, but here's my joke is how do you tell when somebody's not a vegan is they'll tell you that joke over and over again. And also you tell when somebody's not a vegan is they will die of heart disease sooner. And what I want is for that not to be about you. I'm not trying to convert anybody, but I just want you to live. I just want you to be, because here's my impression of not vegans is like, wah, I don't want to eat a vegetable, like a baby, you know, like you're a baby and I just want you to grow up. That's all I want is for everyone to grow up. And I don't want to end on a big laugh because I don't think that anybody that should get to benefit from momentum. So I said I didn't want a big laugh. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. My name's Mike Kaplan. Goodbye.
Everyone, I was shaking my head in mirth. Okay.
Thank you.
At trick or
All the
trick or
time.
treat.
I'm in a Zoom comedy show.
Okay, listen. Before I
I'm on
bring
mute
up
right
our
now.
next comedian, we got a special donation from Philip Sharp, and he's asking me to give words of encouragement to Aaron Forsby
Shake it.
on how to get a grip
Where are
on
you gonna be?
mathematics and the mysteries of life. From a young female adolescent perspective, it'd be a fantastic lift for her. Oh my gosh, that's a tall order. I guess what can I say, Philip? Keep up with your maths, Aaron, because I know maybe they seem a little hard right now, but I guess if you just take your time with them and know that you can do it, and there's all kinds of skills that go into maths, even like being creative or weird. I think that's how geometry works. Oh no, I'm the worst person because math is so hard. Kurt, give some words of encouragement to Aaron about math and the mysteries of life.
Math is the secret to the universe. It's the poetry of the atom and the nucleus.
This
Wasn't my job.
Kurt, that was good. And I just want to say too, like, I know it's hard to think like, oh, I can't do math. I'm out on all of it. But like the thing is that what was I gonna say? Oh, like science and all, like even the vaccine, all of that comes from being like creative and imaginative. Like numbers aren't even involved, but then when the two meet, you make cool things. So whatever she likes the most, just tell her that it can also be a partner with the math, maybe. Good luck. I wanted to be an epidemiologist, but then I was actually give up. Yeah, I get it. It's hard, and you have so many self-esteem things going on when you're that age that it gets in the way. But I think Aaron's got good friends, and I'm rooting for her. Okay. Yeah, Aaron. Got it. Woo! All right. Oh, okay, let's bring up another comedian. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited for this gentleman. You're getting a taste of not only his room, but his wardrobe. Give it up for Gary.
What's up, guys? It's me. I felt like I should utilize the space appropriately. Welcome to my bedroom. Just kidding. This is it's a closet. It's just a closet. It is indeed my closet, and it's not a flex. You know, I know it's a walk-in closet or whatever, but you know, make no mistake, I'm still very poor. Make no mistake about that. But I've been sitting here like for about an hour or so, and the more I sit here, the more it just feels right. Like this is where I feel like I belong. I am enjoying it. Mike Kaplan is so funny, and he's like just the way he structures jokes and his misdirections and his puns and everything is just like, it just makes me feel like we all need to read more. I don't know if you pick up on that, but that's what it makes me feel. It's like I'm just not reading enough, or I just need to learn more words, generally, you know, speaking. It's a it's it's interesting. But yeah, man, I hope everybody's having a good pandemic. I hope everyone's out there accomplishing their pandemic goals or whatnot. I didn't mind the mask thing. I know that was like a huge controversy. I didn't mind the mask thing at all. Like, the only difficult part about wearing a mask for me was trying to wear a mask in the produce section of the grocery store, because you know, I was so accustomed to licking my fingers. But like now I don't know, and neither does anyone know how the fuck to get those little baggies open. That there is the true global crisis that nobody is talking about. Like, I've seen, it is pure chaos out there in the streets. I've seen people try things. I see people like try to time up the mist machine, and I saw the mist turn off on a dude, and he was like, he didn't know what to do. He's like looking around, and he just, like, you know, in a spur of the moment, he just rubbed some bok choy in between his fingers for moisture that he did not purchase, and that's where we are as a country. Oh man, I had a kid as well during this whole thing, and I hear a lot of, thank you for the applause, I hear a lot of comics kind of shit on children, so I'm going to kind of champion children, I guess, in a way, and I'm going to tell you about my experience with childbirth. So first things, we didn't know the gender at all. We didn't find out the gender, and I think that's like a cool thing to do. It's just kind of better, just like, why, you're not going to be able to prepare like for it. Nothing can prepare you for it. So just like, you know, just let nature take its course and, you know, figure out when it comes out. But the thing is that the baby sort of like started kind of crowning out of the vagina, and like, I'm bald, and I've been bald for, you know, I've been bald since I was 16. So the first thing I see of my child is a bunch of jet black hair. And to see that, I was like, you know, oh my God, my kid has hair. And I'm bawling, crying immediately. That's I'm just crying. And then the baby comes out, and they hold it up. And initially, I don't know if this happens for like most people, but he was like flush, like completely blue, and just like look lifeless. And then, you know, just for a very brief moment, very, very brief, I was like, am I free? And it's very brief. It passes. My therapist said that that's normal. I shouldn't feel like a horrible person about it. But then the baby draws his first breath, and it becomes like flush red, and you're just like, oh my God, you know. And at this point, I still did not know the gender. So I'm like scanning down, and you know, I see its face, and it's like screaming and crying. I was like, this is just so beautiful. This is just, you know, the most magnificent thing. And I see the umbilical cord, and below it, I see a penis. And it's like, at that point, I'm like, oh my God, this is a boy. You know, I gotta raise like a black boy. And like, I'm crying more. And then, you know, I take another look at his penis, and it's big, like it's like a big penis for a baby. And then I'm just like, yo, you know, this is not my baby. Like, hair and like a large penis. And I'm like, where do we go from here? And, you know, and that was the experience, but it was great. And, you know, I'm having a great time with it. I mean, it's still not my baby, but, you know, whatever. I'm still waiting on the DNA testing offices to reopen, so we'll figure that out. Yeah, my son's a cool dude. His name's Pilot. We named him Pilot because he flew out of the pussy. It was like a real quick birth. It was real fast. Yeah, it was like 5 minutes. He was conceived in half the time. He's biracial. You know, obviously I'm Black. His mother is a person absent of color, which doesn't mean a whole lot. Whatever, other than, I don't know. I would never want to get shot by the police while I'm with her because I know she wouldn't do a good job recording it. And it would just be like a whole thing, you know. She doesn't know like the best filter to capture injustice, you know, like or like we're like in love, like we're in love, and it's just like regular love. I don't want, you know, to I don't want anybody to get confused but it's just regular love. It's regular love. You know, like if it were 1947 and somebody was like, y'all can't be together, then we wouldn't. Not breaking barriers, you know, just the regular thing. All right, that's it. You guys enjoy the rest of the show.
Gary Anderson, ladies and gentlemen, with the best entrance to Hot Tub at Home, I think, for the whole time. This is the 52nd show that we have streamed since this whole mess has begun. I love that entrance. Also, congratulations on having a baby. It's intense to have had a baby during the Great Quar. I know it was intense to have babies during the Great Quar. I have two, and ours was just born right before. And it was very intense for a very long period of time. But I like that you're championing children instead of shitting on them. It allows me to shit on mine. No, I won't. I love my children. I want to thank a few people. Jasmine, thank you so much for donating, Jasmine. We appreciate you. And Ryan Price. Ryan, thank you. He said, can't wait to be back in the same room as y'all. Hope we can see our new online friends too. Me too. Ryan, thank you, sir. Are you guys ready for your next act of the evening? She's absolutely fantastic and hilarious. Please welcome to the show, Aisha Alfa.
You think that his entrance was good? How about this? How about this entrance? And then I just do this and I have a baby for the show. That's the entrance. I'm so glad that I was gonna talk about childbirth and like being a mom and stuff, but Gary did it. A man told you guys how it works, so I don't have to worry. Childbirth experience, so check. No, it's true. It's funny, like the crowning thing. I think that people know that's like a term, but now the cool thing to do when you're giving birth, because this is our second, is that when your baby's crowning, they tell you, and then they're like, put your hand down there, feel the head, feel. And I was like, push it back in. I'm like, when you're in pain and you're distressed and someone's like, oh, also there's something coming out of your vagina, your instinct isn't like, oh, I wonder what it could be. Is it going to be a beautiful miracle? Nope, shove it back in, because I don't want to know what's in there. It did come out though, and it was a beautiful human. And now we've made another one. And I was like, I kind of feel like being pregnant is like the same thing as feeling hungover, if you'll follow me. When you get word that you're pregnant, just like when you're hungover, like you throw up a bunch for the first while, and then you're like, I'm never drinking again. And then you do, and then you have a second baby. So, woo! It's a good time. We have a boy, and now we're having a girl, and everyone keeps going, oh, one of each, which I just am like, I didn't pick. You know what I mean? I wasn't like at a candy store, like one of those and one of those. There was no other pregnancy when there was another boy, and I was like, no, I need one of each. I need balance and even. It's just such a weird thing, because it's like, I don't care if the baby comes out with a vagina or a penis. I just care that it comes out. Like right now, I'm so close to giving birth. This is my final show before the baby comes, because she's due anytime. Like I didn't want to take my pants off and show you, but she has been waving at you guys this whole time. Really ready. But one thing that's been, it's been interesting because I think it is, when I had my boy, I was like, oh my gosh, like I have to raise like a man. And it's so much in this day and age, and you're so conscious of all these different things. And I remember just being like, I want him to know that like you need to respect women, and that's all very important. And it's important to have equality. And now that we're having a girl, I'm like, I'm going to raise my kids exactly the same. It doesn't matter gender, sex, orientation, any of that stuff. And I've realized that's bullshit. It's not going to happen. Like, it's just not going to happen. And it's not because I don't want that, but I'll tell you this, like my son, we were sitting in the bathroom and he pulled out like a makeup wand of mine. And I was like, yes, put that makeup on your face. Like, I was just like, do your thing. But then I realized if my daughter does that, I'll be like, bitch, you don't need anything. You're beautiful. Like, just or so. And I was like thinking about all of them, like, we tell women to like take up space, and if my son tries to man spread, I'm going to like slap his legs together and just make him cross them. And then I thought about like, what I think is really important is like for women, like we have to encourage, I think, young girls to like know how to say yes and how to say no. And that if somebody else, like if you really want something and someone tells you like, no, like you do not take no for an answer. And I'm going to tell my son, if anyone even says maybe, you better back the fuck off. Okay. Cause that is not okay. But then this is like my plan. But then here's what actually happened in reality is the other day I was talking with my son about like how there's a new baby coming and how things are going to be shifting and how, the baby's going to need mama's attention and is going to need mama's boobies because that's what babies eat when they're babies. And I was like, you used to do that. And I showed him videos. So now he's taken to wanting to see my boobies. And at first I was like, I'm a cool mom. Like, yeah, like, I'm like, these are mama's boobies. It's okay. Nudity is not a thing now. But now like, the lockdown's ending here soon and we're going to have to be out in public. And I realized the other day, my son came up to me, grabbed my shirt, ripped it down, looked in, grabbed both my boobs and went, boobies! And my reaction was to go, oh my God, do it again. Your dad didn't see. And I was like, I'm creating a monster. That's all. I wanted to just apologize to everyone in advance. But you guys are all so wonderful. Thank you. Philip Sharp said to me, I hope it all goes well. Thank you. I hope I don't rip in half too. You guys are the best. Thanks for being my last show before there's a new baby.
Alpha, good luck to you. And I totally get what you're saying about the makeup and stuff. I have a 3-year-old girl and she was getting into my makeup and finally I was like, I'll just buy her own. And then I was like, is this going to mess her up? And then they were like, no, little girls just want to pretend with the makeup. And I was like, bringing all of my shit onto her.
Yes, they just want to be like you.
Yes, exactly. So she was just like, and then like, I'm gonna sell my body, it was like, anyways, best of luck to you. I'm very excited. What are you gonna name the baby? So rude.
I'm gonna name it Hot Tub Time Machine.
That's the best. All right, ladies and gentlemen, bye. The next comedian coming on stage, you know her, you love her, Mary Lynn Rajskub.
Such a large applause. I love it. Hi, everybody. It's so nice to be here. Can you hear me? Am I on?
You're on. We can hear you.
Okay, because I suddenly couldn't hear anyone else after that intro thing. Okay, there's somebody. I'm so excited to be here. It's nice to see you all. I love that everybody's talking about babies and childbirth, and I don't not champion children in my act. I do talk about not liking the baby when the baby came out of me, but just in the sense that like I want to make a point to say it's hard to care sometimes in life, because I don't think it's fair that you're expected to be like, I love my baby, like right away necessarily. I hope my son is not hearing this. But I think it, should have further investigation, because you have to make the right choices in life. You have to maybe scale back on your lifestyle and hone in. What I'm saying is, you can't do cocaine. I mean, you can, but maybe you should not. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't want to tell people what to do, but I'm going to say, and I'm also going to say, especially for the ladies, there, go ahead. Go ahead. Yeah, I said it. Okay. When you're coming down off coke and you're in a dark room and you're trying to climb your way back into humanity, out of the hole of the that your soul is in, the emotional bereftness that you find yourself, where you're saying just one more moment, trying to come back after the fall, and a little kid comes in the room and goes, "Hey mom, look, I pulled my scab off." Can you be quiet? Mommy's coming off cocaine right now. And actually, you're my scab. What you just did, I have to start over now. I have to start over with the healing. If you could just shh. It's not easy. You need all your faculties about you to care. You can't be dicking around with your own physical body. I thought, I can be a mommy who drinks. That's adorable. It's totally socially acceptable. People love it. It's rosé all day. It's on t-shirts. It's on mugs. No. Hungover. Little kid comes in. I'm hungry, Mom. Shh. Mommy is hungover from drinking. Could you please go and make us a bacon, egg, cheese sandwich for both of us? I don't know how to use the stove. Just, if you burn your hand, you have that up too high. Turn it down back a little bit. So yeah, I found that it's better to be, just for me personally, and I'm going to say everybody, you need to be sober. Okay. You need to be straight edge. Because I also had a thing when my kid was a toddler, that I thought I needed to be somewhere else. Like I had this energy about me where I'm like, I got to get going. It was just like an impulse, an instinct. And then I caught myself and I was like, you have nowhere more important to be. Like, what are you doing? But it was a conversation that I had internally. Okay. I told myself to stay there and to be there and to be present. Okay. I'm saying it. It's not popular. Of course, I love my kid now. I would die for him. I serve at the altar of him. I deliver food at his door now. Zoom classes and his video gaming, and I think he's in the TikTok hour right now. And we're very close. We have healthy conversations. In fact, that's how I talk to him, is over TikTok. The other day, I wanted to have a heart-to-heart, and I said, I got on TikTok Live, and I waited for him to get on, and I said, let's have that sex talk now. And he went, Mom! I said, please, I need the numbers. Thanks a lot. That's it for me. You guys are amazing.
Marilyn Rajskub, everybody! Yee-hoo! Oh man, I thought that was some great advice. I also think I felt that feeling of like needing to be somewhere, like for like the first year that my daughter was born, and I was like, yeah, no, I don't need to be anywhere, and that's worked out because I haven't gone anywhere. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. We have a few people to thank. Brian Jaggers, thank you for donating. Come on, we love you. Thank you. Hunter from space. He says, ha TY. So I think he's thanking us for the ha-has. Thank you, Hunter, for the moolah and the ha-ha. All right. We're having fun. We're rhyming just a little bit, not too much. Are you guys ready for your next act of the evening? He is absolutely fantastic. Please welcome to the show the very funny Kevin Avery.
Oh man, hey all, it's good to see everybody. It's welcome to, I guess, the newish world. It's weird to everything sort of slightly opening up. I feel great. I'm fully vaccinated, and I'd ask that you all keep that to yourselves, because I haven't been telling anybody, because that's become my excuse to getting out of social. Like a goddamn charm. Just, hey, why don't we get together and have coffee? I'm not fully vaxxed yet, but I will let you know. Not being fully vaccinated, that's sort of become the new walking down the street with earbuds in your ear when you're not listening to music. You're just sort of ignoring everybody. I'm loving it, and so I don't have any children. Haven't had any recently, but I can tell you about my childhood, because I was reminded of so I went to like an all-white private Catholic school. I went to St. Christopher's Catholic school in San Jose, California. In fact, I was the first Black kid to graduate from the junior high in the history of the school, which is crazy because I got no parade. But I don't know if you had this. Did you guys have like singing class where you all just sat down on the carpet? You know, you're like 10 or 8 or 9 or whatever, and just, you know, you and 30 other kids singing songs. We had that singing class. It was basically teacher's way of killing time for 45 minutes. But it was me and 30 white kids, and they had us we sang a lot of different songs, but regularly, they had us, me and 30 white kids, singing Negro spirituals, which, you know, school's no fun, but it's not slavery, no fun. You know, it was a very weird, and I don't mean like your classic standard type of, you know, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot or anything. I'm talking some deep cut, you know, field track, like Go Down Moses and Pick a Bale of Cotton, like the real, like if an actual slave had been in our class, he'd been like, oh shit, this is the cut. Okay. I see what like, we were singing the slavery B-sides. And my favorite was a song called Carry Me Back to Old Virginia. This is a song that got the whole program shut down. Let me just indulge with if you'll indulge me, I'll read you the lyrics here. Carry me back to Old Virginia. That's where the cotton and corn and taters grow. Okay. That's where I labored hard for old massa. What? There's where this old darkie's heart am long to go. Look, I'm just going to say it. Virginia sounds horrible. Here's the problem, though, with teaching a bunch of children Negro spirituals. They're fucking catchy. You can't help. But I was singing them around the house. This is what got the whole thing shut down. Me at home, you know, mowing the lawn, singing, there's where this old darkie's heart am long to go. And my mom being like, just the lawn. That was the end of that. That was the end of that program. But when I think of the struggle, I have no time for any kind of. I do think of because I have been watching a lot of. I was watching the Underground Railroad earlier this week, and I feel like if I could do anything for the struggle, I would go back in time and teach slaves how to rap. Because I just feel because here's the thing: rap music is such a galvanizing thing. It brings, it's such an energetic kind of movement type of music, and you wouldn't even have to teach them how to freestyle. I'm just talking about just a few of the hits. You know what I mean? Just a couple of classics, some Jay-Z. Because imagine like the slave owner sitting in the house late at night, getting ready to go to bed, and just way off in the distance on the other side of the plantation, slowly getting closer. Just in the distance, he hears, nigga, what? Nigga, what? He would move out the house that night. The guy would be at the slave meeting talking about, guys, I don't think we thought this shit through at all. Unfortunately, I think though that would mean that that the slave owners would get a hold of rap music way too early in history. And what would happen, they would pit the slaves against each other in rap battles. Then you have a present day where Black people hate rap music. So now, you and all your Black friends sitting in the car, someone's got the radio cranked way up, an old classic, comes on the, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Young brother got it bad because I'm brown. And some Black dude in the backseat like, man, turn that white shit off. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great night.
Like for that time travel journey we just went on, where then I was just wondering, what are the Black people in the future listening to then? I mean, they probably evolved to like something even better.
Zydeco? Or bluegrass? I don't know.
Why don't you just write the movie already? All right. That was awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to keep this show rolling because everybody's so good. And thank you, Monique. Can we please have some Zoom shows sometimes? We'll talk about it. All right. I'm sure all the comedians would love that. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our next comedian, the lovely Kyle Brakeman.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kylie B. I am 6 years old, and I have had a day, let me tell you. You would not believe it. I just got divorced from my 6-year-old husband. We did it on the playground. It was rough. I got divorced from my husband, Tyler F. You want to know what the F stands for? Fucking deadbeat. That's right. You marry a boy for 2 weeks, you think you know somebody. Next thing you know, you find him sitting in a tree, CHEATING on me with Ashley P, the dirty dog. You want to know what I found in his rolling backpack? Ashley P's macaroni art. He said he was just holding it for her. Kind of like he was holding her hand in PE, that whore. I don't judge. She cornered me after recess to try and patch things up with me. Yes, my husband's mistress wants to smooth things over. Can you believe it? She offered to use her allowance to buy me a chocolate milk. I said, Ashley P, why don't you use your allowance to buy a fucking clue? My God. As if she even has the money. Between you and me, she's popping Flintstone gummies like they're worms. Put me on timeout. I'm bad tonight. She said something about, we shouldn't be pitting women against each other. I said, honey, the only thing I'm pitting is these olives from my Capri Sun martini. My ladies know what I'm talking about. Old MacDonald had a farm, and on that farm there were some men. You want to know why? Because they're animals. They're pigs, they're dogs. And I'm talking to you, Tyler F. I tell you, men will do anything but go to therapy. And if you're in the audience thinking, I want to get married behind the monkey bars, it'll be romantic. Listen to me. 1, 2, 3, all eyes on me. Quiet Coyote says, shh, don't do it. Don't do it, honey. And I just have to say this. Never get divorced, honey. Never get divorced. It is so expensive. I spent half my money from the tooth fairy on a lawyer just for him to tell him I have to give the other half to my ex because I lost that tooth during our marriage. Tell you what, ladies, if you get married, hold those teeth in. Do not be passive income. My lawyer is bleeding me dry, ladies. He's bleeding me dry. I hired a 3rd grade boy to represent me, but he keeps eating the divorce papers. He has a behavioral problem. Jokes on me for thinking a man could help me. Tell you what, ladies, the only time a man has ever helped is when he leaves my treehouse so I can get some peace and quiet. Can I get an amen? Somebody call the Paw Patrol and lock me up. I am bad tonight. Oh, hold on. What's that? Oh, it's my mother. Mommy, can I have 10 more minutes, please? Please. No, I'm doing a stand-up show, Mommy. I want to listen to my friends talk about the difference between New York and LA, Mommy. Okay, well, it looks like I gotta go. Tip your seesaws, ladies and gentlemen.
Kylie Brakeman, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that was delightful. What a foul-mouthed young child. I have a few people to thank. Sean Dungan, thank you so much. We love you guys. You're the best. No, you're the best, Sean. Thank you. And Veep, thank you, Veep. Guys, are you ready for your final act of the evening? Put your hands together. Welcome to the show, the fantastic, the hilarious Jasmine Ellis.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love it. I need it. Thank you. I am so excited. I always am. This is my at-home setup to make me feel like I'm at a show, but I have been treading the waters and been out in the world. It's a little scary. Like there's all these new things I didn't think I was going to be afraid of. Like when I go places and I know I don't have to wear my mask. So mentally, I'm like, I don't have to wear my mask. But there's this part of me that's like, if you take this mask off, people are going to think bad things about you. Black Republican things about you. And that's scary. Terrible fear of mine that someone's going to think I'm a Black Republican. I can't let that happen. And like, I know what you're thinking, but honey, you don't have heat damage. No one's going to think that, but they just, I literally did that for Jackie and Jackie alone. I don't know how many other Black women are in here. Everyone not a Black woman. If you ever wondered what's like not quite right about Candace Owens, that's it. She's a pretty girl. But there's a certain, like, I'm just saying people who vote against their interests don't deep condition. It's a fact. Like they just yourself first, all right? You got to moisturize first. You just have to. It is weird. I am like a little bit back out in the world. I am double vaxxed, by the way. I got both my shots. The 2 weeks have passed. I'm good. I was a little early on it, which made me feel kind of guilty. And I didn't lie. I didn't cheat. I didn't do anything wrong. I just found out that I have a medical condition. I found out that medically I'm fat. That is medically I'm fat, according to BMI. And BMI is an interesting system. If you're not familiar, it stands for body mass index. And I was looking into this. I was like, how do we come up with like a mathematical equation that decides who's fat and who's healthy or not? Turns out it was one Belgian doctor. He came out with this in the 1800s, and he used 100 men in Belgium. He looked at their height and weights, and then we decided that formula works forever. So if you're keeping up, we went to one blonde ass country and served an untittied portion of the population. As a person of titty, I find that insulting. You know what I mean? I feel like it should be insulting to me as a person of color, but more so as a person of titty. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like it factors in and they should be included. Because I'll put it like this, like, yes, I can be oppressed because of like my gender and my heritage and this and that, but like other people have to be involved. Like someone has to decide to fuck my day up. My titties can oppress me all by themselves. You know, if I run down a flight of stairs too fast, it's a rip. There's my week. You know what I mean? Like, It's not a good time. I do have some back problems, not because of the tits, just because of life. I was in a real bad car accident about 4 years ago, and I had to do months of physical therapy because I slipped 3 discs in my lumbar spine. It's gross. One thing I learned in therapy is that people are a little bit more sensitive than you think they are emotionally. I had a doctor I was seeing every week for adjustments, and then one week he was gone, and I saw a different doctor. And when I saw my original doctor, immediately he goes, "So you saw someone else. How was it?" I was like, I didn't know we were exclusive. I didn't think that was, I know you're seeing other people. You know, I was really offended that he got mad at me because I'm not the only one. I never mid adjustment. I'm never like, am I tight? Am I the tightest you have? I don't do that. So I thought, but the fact that he got jealous really made me upset. And but I could see it in his face. He needed to know he was the best doctor at the practice. He's like, you got to tell me, like, I'm the best guy here, right? And I was like, how do I tell you that you're not only not the best, but the female doctor really knocked it out of the park? Like, I'm switching all together. But yeah, physical therapy was a mess. The car accident was really bad too. I was the first person in a 3-car pileup. And the lady who caused it was represented by an insurance company. Most of you probably haven't heard of it because you seem like, I don't know, you just don't seem like the kind of people who watch a lot of Maury. So maybe, but if you're really invested in paternity scandals, then you know about the general insurance. It's the one that Shaquille O'Neal advertises. That's who she's represented by. So if you're like the general, if you haven't seen their commercials, they literally have this, it's everything about it sketchy. Their slogan sketchy, Shaq's sketchy. If you look at their mascot, I'm pretty sure he's secretly Captain Crunch. Like, I should have known. It wasn't going to work out for me, and I wasn't going to get any money from it. Like, the main giveaway is if you really look at him, he's this little man with white hair and a white mustache and a beard, but he doesn't, like, when you look at him, he has a helmet that goes all the way over his eyes, so they don't even draw eyes. And I feel like their slogan is like, the general insurance, we didn't see shit. Like, that's I'm getting nothing for this accident. It'll just have to be that. It's fine though. I'm glad I'm okay. Like, in the long term of it all, I'm so glad I'm okay because it could have been worse. I am driving in LA now. I moved to LA like middle of this in October. So now that things are open up, I'm like having experiences again, which is weird. I went to a group dinner with a group of friends the other day, and I don't know. It was, I forgot how hard it is to have a social battery because like the only group interactions I've been having for months are on Zoom. So whenever someone's not talking to me, I can just disappear. Like, I forgot how to make my face look engaged while someone else is having a thought. And I completely forgot how to do that. All the light just leaves from my eyes. Also, when you go to a restaurant that won't let you put down separate cards, I didn't realize like what you can and can't put in the Venmo transactions because it's pretty uncouth to be like, hey, did anybody else get the bubble guts or was that just me? I thought maybe the chimichurri had something in it. Nobody likes that. Nobody. That's what happened to their shits that night. I thought it would just be, you know, we're always talking about getting healthy. Nobody else had any issues. I'm not ready to be in the wild. I wish there had been some kind of like release program to get us like. I think I was ready to just be released straight up like that. I went really crazy and went to Vegas Memorial Day weekend, which was I love my friends, but I have one of those friends who she just never thinks other people exist, and then she goes places and is shocked. Like, we were at a casino and she's like, oh my God, there's so many people here. And I was like, this is the Black Friday of weekends. Vegas has been wide open. So you've got like the people who don't give a fuck. And then the rest of us who have been waiting for permission to not give a fuck. Like, everyone was at this time. It was very overwhelming. It was a whole lot, but it was fun. Vegas is a fun place to be at. I'm not good at gambling. I'm not. I will pull out $10 and play it 1 penny at a time and then go, that's how much God loves you, and go home. lucky, and that's totally okay with me. You know, if after you've been in a 3-car pileup, you don't think you're about to win $1 million at a slot machine. You just don't. It's funny. I felt like everyone had to give their official opinion on children. That somehow became the theme of this episode. It was like, sound off, kids or no. And the fact that I think I don't want kids because I just don't feasibly believe I'll ever be able to afford them. Like, I kind of just think of them like a house. I'm like, ugh, who needs a basement? It's tacky anyway. Like, like if they're, and you know what? I feel like whatever desire I had for children went out the window when the Face app let you do that thing where you can take one face, mix it with another face, and then de-age the face. Like, I've already seen what our kids will look like, and I'm not impressed. Like, it's not enough. It's not enough to split my whole butt open. Like, it just doesn't. I just don't feel the desire. I don't know. I'm enjoying being an aunt. I love being an aunt. I have 2 nephews that are super duper cute. My husband's sister had a baby the same year my sister had a baby. So I have 2 nephews that are the same age. They're 3 years old, and I love them to death. But I recently got accused of favoring my sister's son. And the way the person presented to me is they said, you like your black nephew more. And I was like, what? Why would you say that? But here's the thing about my sister is like a little miniature Kamala Harris. Like, she's just a very formal person. She dresses her son in little suits with Chuck Taylors. He fits the grid aesthetic. That's all it is. All right? The other one's great. He's just more free range. You know what I mean? He's just, you know how some children look sticky? It's not. Textual white child. I'm sure he'll have his time. Thank you guys. I think that's going to be my time. Thank you guys.
Jasmine, Ellis, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, I don't know who you're going out to dinner with, but there's nothing I like more than talking about my poops. So switch them up. That is all I like to talk about.
Also, that BMI shit is so insane. When I looked it up, and I'm 6'4", and a healthy weight for 6'4" is 156 pounds. Imagine a 6'4" person who's 156 pounds. They would just be a skeleton walking along, just floating in the air. And this Belgian guy was like, "The healthy man. There's a very healthy man there."
But hey, Jasmine got to get a vaccine early, so maybe we should be thanking this Belgian doctor.
Yeah.
Then switching it up.
Oh God, Kristen, we did it.
We did it. Everybody did it.
Everybody did it. What a fantastic show. I deeply enjoyed this show. Everyone was wonderful. We found out everybody's opinion on kids is great.
Let's go.
Oh, great. That was okay. Guys, thank you so much for doing the show. Thank you to everybody who performed. Thank you for everyone who watched. Thank you to all of our patrons. Thank you to Joel and Mandy who produced the show. Thank you to Jake and Sam who produced the show. Thank you to Olivia and Phil who produced the show. You guys, we got 3 more. Let's make them fucking magic.
Thank you, Kurt.
Thank you, Kristen.
Good night, everybody.